Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 1998 version of what we fondly refer to as The Show. Our title this year, I Believe in Music, and we do believe in the music. We believe the music is in our hearts and in our souls, and the magic is in the music. If you want to bring it back, remember Peter Pan. Remember, if you believed hard enough, you could save Tinkerbell by clapping your hands. Well, if you put your hands together, you'll bring the music back.
Music is life. Love is music, if you know what I mean. People who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your tambourine, raise your voices to the song. God loves you, God loves you, God loves you, God loves you when you
show this evening was, of course, the perennial favorite, Debbie Ellis, and that was Misty Carroll. We put Misty right at the beginning of the show because we want to get started off on the right foot here in the Ozarks. We wanted to, do murder and lynching right up front. Maybe we should change directions a little bit. If you've noticed, we've had a couple of gals out here. They both did a great job, but time for, maybe equal time for the fellas. So let's bring one out right now with a beautiful love song called Color My World, Mr. Steve Arnold. Microphone. Thanks, Steve. Well, I think Steve just did a fine job on that, representing the guys out here. And since he did such a good job, let's call out another guy to sing the other guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rocky England.
I found out that you care for another guy. I found out that you want for another son. I still want you back again. We just need to try again. Cause the other guy won't be around to talk to you again. We're gonna stand down. We got it all tonight. We just need to try again. The other guy won't be around to talk to you again. We're gonna stand down. The world around me, we got it all tonight. We just need to try I gotta get used to this. Come on, pretty baby, put your little head in mine. Take a second on the dance floor, let everybody see you tonight. Don't waste another minute, slip into the light. Come on and dance with me tonight. Tell your mama that you need her, or tell your daddy that we're gone. Tell everyone it's in the real club. Well, there's a party going on. Now move a little closer, let me hold you tight. Come on and dance with me tonight. Come on, there's a party going on. Come on, let me rock and till dawn. Come on, let me sweep you out. Come on, pretty baby, won't you dance with me? Tell your mama that you need me. Tell your daddy that we're gone. Tell everyone it's in the real club. Well, there's a party going on. Now move a little closer, let me hold you tight. Come on and dance with me tonight. Come on, pretty baby. Come on, little darling. Now move a little closer, let me hold you tight. Come on and dance with me tonight.
Great job, Mr. Rocky England. And how about our go-go dancers? That's Mandy Allen, Tony Hendricks, Cynthia Keene, and Megan Gibson. A hand for them, please. One of my favorite genres of music is really good harmony. Remember those groups back in the late 50s and 1960s that blended their voices so beautifully? Well, we have just such a group here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, here are Chris Ballard, Scott Stearns, and Craig Price with I Think I'm Going Out of My Head.
Well, I think I'm going out of my head. Yes, I think I'm going out of my head. Over you. I want you to want me. I need you so badly. I can't think of anything but you. Just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Works for me, you know. I just, don't you love that, Sylvia? That's just great. We have some visitors with us this evening. We know that most of you are local and coming here to watch our performance, but if I'm not mistaken, we've got some visitors here called the Ford Travel Motor Homers. Where are y'all? Can you follow me down here? There they are, up there. Keep that light right there. Well, welcome. Glad to have you with us. Folks, about 15 years ago, that was a motorcycle game. All right, where are y'all from?
Forest State area.
The Forest State. Oh, you're not Yankees?
Yeah, Kansas, Missouri.
That's not Yankee. Yankees, Chicago. Chicago. You know, you guys don't have to have visas. No, you're all right. You understand you are. But what's more, you understand that it's blue. That's blue. Hey, Lee, can you heat this one up for me? One. I can't hear myself, but I hope you guys can, because I want you to know who this next young lady is. She joined our show last year for the first time and absolutely brought the house down with a country and western song. Here's Miss Lori Rickless with Put a Little Love in Your Heart. Talk about bringing the house down. This next young lady is a former student of mine. And when I had her in school, I didn't know she could sing a note. And the first time I heard her sing was in front of an audience of her peers. That'll do it to you. It didn't bother her an iota, and in a few minutes she had 600 of her fellow students on their feet. Ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna love it. Here with Your Love Is Lifting Me Higher, Miss Carrie Smith.
Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before.
never disappoints, ever. Folks, I want you to remember back with me a little bit. Well, some of you. Those of you who are young don't have to remember because you're already there, you know. But the rest of us have to remember back a little bit being with that very special person. That person that put your heart in your throat and it quickened your pulse just a little bit and it raised your temperature just a little bit. Remember that feeling? You bet you do. Katie Harris knows why that is. It's almost like being in love.
What a day this has been. What a rare weekend. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And by the way that I feel when that bell starts to ring, I would swear I was falling, Why, it's almost like being in love.
It's Katie Harris, ladies and gentlemen. What a talented young lady. Another one of my former students. Kind of makes me proud to have her up here, you know. I wasn't her music teacher. You all know that, don't you? Okay, yeah, you don't have to say that, actually. This next gentleman, you met his brother earlier, Rocky England. And here's the other half of the sibling pair, Roddy England with Light Your Eyes.
I can't remember the last time that we kissed goodbye. All our love you was just not enough to survive. Something Guess I was wrong to assume that you were waiting here for me. But there's a light in my eyes. Did you leave that light burning for me?
Mr. Ronnie England, ladies and gentlemen. I think maybe the most powerful patriotic song written in recent years is God Bless the USA. But to carry it off takes a very powerful vocalist. We've got the right man here tonight to do the job. Ladies and gentlemen, here with God Bless the USA, my friend Mr. David Grimm. Mr. David Grimm, ladies and gentlemen. If that doesn't do it for you, you're dead, I tell you. Folks, we always have a quartet on the program. We just always do. And we couldn't let a year go by without a good quartet to bring to you. This one is newly formed. The guys in it are not new, but the quartet's new. You'll recognize most of them, I think. Here are Gene Taggart, Les Jacobs, Danny Smith, and Emery Melton with Elvira.
Where's our face man? Well, Senator Melton's supposed to be out here with us. Emery? There you go. Sorry, folks. Emery, what about your clothes? you're supposed to wear something kind of, you can wear jeans with holes in it. Country singers dress kind of like, you know, more
Let
like
him wear my coat.
something.
Well, you should have told me earlier.
Well,
Oh, well.
we thought being in politics, the president even knows how to let his hair down.
Now, Keith, you know I can't let my hair down.
Elvira, Elvira, my heart's on fire for Elvira. Eyes that look like heaven, lips like cherry wine. That girl that showed up make my little light shine. I get a funny feeling up and down my spine. 'Cause I know why Elvira's mine. We're singing Elvira, Elvira. My heart's on fire, Elvira. Giddy up, boom, pop, pow, pow. Giddy up, boom, pop, pow, pow. Tonight I'm gonna meet her at the Hungry House Cafe, and I'm gonna give her all the love I can. She's gonna jump and holler, I'll save the last $2. We're gonna search and find that preacher man. We're singing Elvira, Elvira. My heart's on fire for Elvira. Giddy up, boom, pop, mow, mow. Giddy up, boom, pop, mow, mow. I owe silver anyway. Elvira, yeah, Elvira. Oh, my heart's on fire for Elvira. Giddy up, boom, pop, mow, mow. Giddy up, boom, pop, mow, mow. I owe silver anyway. I owe silver anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take about a 15-minute break. You can step right out here in the hall as soon as the house lights are up and get yourself some refreshments from our local Beta Club, and then be right back in here for more music. Thank you.
One, two, one, two, three.
Jo Beth Harris and Misty Carroll, ladies and gentlemen. Great job. And how about a hand for our guest percussionist up here? I think they just did a fabulous job. Thank you all very much. And we even had a guest drummer back here, Mr. Bucky Eady. Thank you. Thank you, Hometown Sound. Boy, for a minute there, I thought I was in the Andy Williams Theater. The lights and all that, you know. That pretty high-tech production for Cassville. I thought that was great. Hi, Bill. Bill, can you smell my breath? No? Oh, okay, good. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with you folks. Our friends at Pizza Hut treated the cast backstage, and my breath took part of the microphone away there. I noticed it. It was awfully good. You know, I want to say thanks to the Pizza Hut people, but you folks in the front row, I really am sorry. We'd like to bring a young lady out here that does a wonderful job for us singing backup, but gee, she doesn't get much time up front, you know. She's been back here in the shadows just doing a super job. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Miss Kathy Henderson with I Feel the Earth Move. Have you folks ever been to Union Station in St. Louis? I bet our motorhomers have been to Union Station in St. Louis. They go everywhere, you know. My wife took me to Union Station. She said, you've got to go. They've totally refurbished Union Station, and they've You know, they've redone the whole thing. I was tickled to death because I used to go there when I was a young man. Have you been there since they did that to it? It looks like the place where old yuppies go to die. It's all glass and steel and $5.50 bran muffins, you know. That's not the Union Station that I remember. When I went there, it was a train station. Had a wonderful old restaurant up on the mezzanine. You could go up there and drink out of crystal and eat off china and linen tablecloths. Had holes in them. But it was still magic to me. I would look down that huge expanse of tile floor and squinch my eyes up just a little bit. Y'all ever do that, to go back in time? And I could see all of those young couples reuniting after World War II. He comes into the old shoe shine stand down there with a crease in his pants and a kimono in his duffel bag to see her for the first time, sometimes in 3 years. And there she is, coming across that expanse of tile floor with her high heels and her white gloves and her very best satin dress. Wow, what that must have been like. And every time I envisioned that scene, the background music was one of my favorite songs. And you know, Mary Beck, I think this is one of your favorite songs too. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Carden with Satin Doll.
Cigarette holder, which me over her shoulder. I know she digs me. Out catting that satin doll. Baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful of me go. You're flipping, speaks Latin, that satin doll.
Every year at the show, we try to bring you at least one really great gospel.
You know, you could put somebody's eye out with that thing.
What in the world? I mean, we're trying to put a show on here, and
Excuse me, folks, you can eat this.
ladies and gentlemen, the famous pet detective, Mr. Ace Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, the famous dead president, Teddy Roosevelt.
Ace.
Ooh, hey. You married? Dating? Single? Here's my card, babe. Call me after the show.
I've got a beeper.
Mr. Ventura, I hate to mention this, and I hate to interrupt, but we're trying to put on a show here. What are you doing here? Well, I didn't get the words, but I got the rest of it, Ace. Could you please empty your mouth and tell us what you're doing here? Well, that's just disgusting.
I'm investigating Felix Sylvester's, ominously known as Wilbur the Wildcat. He was kidnapped just 2 days ago. I'm here to investigate.
Wilbur the Wildcat. I understand that they would hire you to try to find Wilbur the Wildcat, but my point is, you're in the middle of a show. This is a variety show. What are you doing here?
I thought you never asked.
Not only the best criminal mind there is, the most music in town. The Chamber of Commerce do this. They thought I'd come down here and talk to Greg Bank about Phil's last minute cancellation of this year's show.
Well, Ace, I tell you what, we've got a simple rule here at the show, and that is if you're going to be here and you're going to be in the spotlight, you have to perform.
Oh, sure. Let's do everything that you want to do.
There you go.
There's a man who lives a life of danger. To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. Well, every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man, they've given you a number and taken away your name. Secret agent man, secret agent man, they've given you a number and taken away your name. Beware of pretty faces that you find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Well, every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man, they've given you a number and taken away your name. Secret agent man.
Where's our bass singer again?
I hope he's with wardrobe.
I saw him looking for some hairspray. Sorry, folks.
I was afraid you show up after messing up your wardrobe so bad the first time.
Afraid for a minute there that my garter might have been dragging or something.
I'm new in town. Are you telling me this has been your signature for 24 years?
Last time you had so much to say about being changing and getting dressed up like you probably wasn't. I did, and now you changed it all.
Just out of time. We're going to
Did you campaign in that hat?
No, I didn't campaign in this hat. I left my hat on so everybody recognized me.
Seriously, folks, we really are going to try to do a little gospel for you. Bear with us.
Now let us have
Folks, I'd like to take just a minute or two to recognize some people that you can't see, but without whom we couldn't put this show on. You know, there are always that group of people that are so selfless in giving of their time and their efforts and no pay and let somebody else get all the glory. Well, that's the group that we're talking about right now. And I think they deserve our recognition. First of all, there are a couple of people that I left out Thursday night that are very important to all of us, and that's a couple of guys who are singing backup over here, Don Bowen and Kenny House. And Kenny's back there, and Don's over here, and we appreciate them very much. On our overhead lights up here, the reason that I can't see past the second row, Mr. Tom Ellis. On our spots up there that are so bright on me, Mr. Cody Bowers and my friend Josh Beck. Our sound man is Mr. Greg Scott, Greg Spot. That spotlight on the mic and in the eyes. And backstage, you really can't see these people, Chris and Shannon Sanders and Ms. Carolyn Bowen, who is our backstage director. And one more lady that I want to make mention of that I left out Thursday night. And the reason I left her out Thursday night, this woman does so much. She is a ball of energy. She does so many hundreds of things. The reason that I failed to mention her Thursday night, she made up the list, if that tells you anything. So, and that's Brenda Beck, ladies and gentlemen. She just, thank you. Back in the 1960s, there was a genre of music, actually there were two genres that were very popular with young people in America. There was rock and roll that everybody knows about, but also folk music was just as big, actually, in the early 1960s as rock and roll. And there were a few groups that blended them together, like the Mamas and the Papas. Folks, here are Chris Ballard, Scott Stearns, Sharon Sater, and Miranda Ballinger with California Dreamin'. I need that hat, you know. You heard me mention earlier the number of young people up here that are former students of mine that are so talented and performing, but we certainly didn't want you to think that the well had completely run dry. So we're going to bring out here some people who are still in high school, some of whom are still in my classes. Under the direction of Ms. Mary Richmiller, these young people are members of the Cassville High School Vocal Department.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honeybees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like
much, folks. This next tune, I really enjoy coming out here, give you a little bit of background on some of the songs and maybe tell you the original recording artist and things like that. And Greg Beck even asked me, is Jack who originally did Goody Goody? I said, I don't know. And I started researching it, trying to find it. Even the internet wouldn't give it up. So Thursday night, I asked the audience if anybody knows, see me after the show. Well, I had a couple of people tell me that, first of all, a phone call said Benny Goodman originally recorded Goody Goody, and a gentleman in the audience Thursday night told me Kate Smith did it. Someone else said they thought Patty Page had recorded it. I don't know how many others. It doesn't make any difference because the medley version presented to you here tonight is just as good or better. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Carrie Smith with Goody Goody. Ladies and gentlemen, behind me here, this wonderful group playing for you is called the Hometown Sound. See the neat sign they got there this year? Can you spot the sign, fellas? Isn't that great? Hey, I think that's wonderful. I want to introduce them to you. I'm going to have to kind of spin back and forth because, as you can see, they're all moving on me. The brass section, I think, has moved over here behind the microphones. On trumpet, Mr. Chris House. Chris, right there you go. Also, On trumpet and occasionally the banjo, Mr. Rocky Mills. On trombone, Mr. Jim Craig. And Patty Reed plays the tenor sax for us. I'll switch over here now to the string section, the guys that I'm really in awe of. On the bass over there is Bruce Nickel. Our rhythm guitarist, Mr. Steve Irwin. And on lead guitar, Mr. Jack Reed. Back over here, we're giving those spots a workout. Our keyboard ladies, over here is Miss Carol House, and back there behind the mic, Miss Linda Phipps. They do a wonderful job for us. In the back here, Miss Joellen Fielding does percussion, and of course the beautiful flute solo that you heard earlier. Our drummer and director is Mr. Greg Beck. And on this particular song, we have a guest violinist that you've already heard sing, and you've only heard half her talent, Miss Katie Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hometown Sound.
Mississippi, she's calling my name.
hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. By the hand. I'd like to hear some funky
I believe in music, and I believe the music is magic. And I think probably by now you believe the same thing, but if you don't, this next number will convince you. Here are two beautiful young ladies, two beautiful voices, and a beautiful song, and when you put them together, the music is magic. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Mann and Miranda Ballinger with Tell Him.
I'm scared, so afraid to show I care. Will you think me weak?
Fishing over?
Apparently, still searching for Wilbur.
If you're gonna be with me, babe, you gotta know how to walk. Just follow after me. That's not very good. Let's go. Put your arms up here like that. Woo!
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, ladies and gentlemen. Out of control. Folks, when you choose a closing number for the show, you want to choose one that is absolutely dynamite, and that's what we've done for you here this evening. We're going to bring back Miss Katie Harris to sing Coming to America.
Oh, good.
such good sport. Be careful out there.